What's up? It's midnight. That means if you're watching this, it's Insomnia. We got some news and notes around the NFL. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so here we go.
Just past the stroke of midnight is what they say.
Yeah. Like I said, we got some
Doomsday.
news and notes, and we'll be back.
Take care of Finn's news.
Yeah. And by the way, all three Florida schools won today, so that hopefully that's a good sign that Miami will win tomorrow.
Yeah, and watch Miami Dolphins spoil it. I don't like winning, playing when the Kings win and forces us to win. We never won on the same weekend. That
well,
sucks.
hey, things about to change, baby.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Good. I can't say good evening. You got to say good morning. So
Good
technically,
morning.
it's morning.
Top of the
Yes, the
morning.
earliest of morning. Yes.
Yeah.
We can say technically
What's
you
up,
can say
Color? How you
good
doing?
morning while it's night.
What's up, man? I just figured I'd pop in back and watch it in real time. Or,
Okay. Yeah, if you want to hang out, whatever. We ain't doing really much.
I hear you. I'm winding down. It is, in fact, the earliest Dolphins pregame show you're going to see on the web.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know of any. I don't know of anybody in England doing it.
Shout out to Andy
Right,
Simonakis
exactly.
for son on
Or even
hey,
Australia. If they was doing
appreciate Andy
20
for
some
the
hours
$20
ago.
donation.
Look at that, Andy, right out the gate, man. Appreciate it, buddy.
Appreciate you, man. So
Andy.
$20 for a blank
You went
comment. Look at
there.
that. That's a straight thank you and
I
thank you back.
invited a Philly fan to come stop by whenever you get a chance. You know, Michael, a friend of mine from work. So we might have a Philly fan stop by.
by the way, as I
harass them.
previewed the previewed, this is a shirt the two will be wearing on the sidelines.
It's hilarious, bro. Not gonna lie.
Shout out to John Christolakis for coming up with that one.
Yeah.
By the way, you can find Andy on
Man.
Twitter as
Yeah.
Mr. Dolphin Fan 305 now. Is that what he goes by now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. I haven't come across his latest Twitter profile. But yeah. Shout out to Andy and his new persona.
Yeah, he's been laying low, doing the Richie, crypto, the Richie.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. But so it's week 3, all right, and I would have never thought that was it. Look, by the way, this is kind of aged. Didn't pretty much aged well, did it?
Okay.
Bama QB room.
Brutal.
Yeah.
The QB room. The Alabama QB room. That's what that is.
Yeah, this was released about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And speaking of quarterbacks, it's week 3, and look already. No, damn it! What the? No.
You got all kinds of memes today.
Young is on the loose.
Memeing it.
Bryce is on the loose.
Yeah, what trips me out is
I think
Bryce
he needs
Young.
to change the scenery. He'll be fine.
Look at this. Bryce Young was given 18 weeks while Daniel Jones is starting his 65th game on Sunday.
That's New York for you.
Wow.
No, I think that's
Sometimes
David
the
Tepper.
quarterback needs to change his scenery.
David Tepper. Listen, he's the second richest coach behind. He was at one time the richest coach in the NFL. He is now the second richest coach behind the Walmart Denver. But I mean, owner, and
okay,
richest owner. He's a second
right.
now. And what's funny is 2 years he fired Matt Rule midway through the season. And then last year he fired freaking he didn't even give Frank Reich a whole season. Fired him halfway.
All right.
And I mean, what's to say that this guy ain't gonna fire this guy? I'm like, damn, I thought we were bad in firing coaches. This dude might fire another one halfway through the season.
They on their way.
Don't piss him off.
1 year.
Shit.
1 year, you're done. You can't get it done.
Not even a year. You got 6 months. You got not 6 months. You got less than that. You got a couple of a month, halfway. I would say 2 months.
I think Andy's double clicking, bro.
6 weeks.
Thanks, Andy.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Andy's got the bankroll going. You know, it is the first hour.
Well, he won that. He won that big
22nd day.
He won that big 16-leg parlay the other day, yesterday, man, or the other day. I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we got to get
the more legs you add on them parlays, man, the more you can do it.
Oh, damn.
4 legs got me about, I think, $4 or $5. I bet real low on them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you turn some small change into some bucks real quick. 16-leg parlay. That'll work. Do it every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, EM is smoking some meats later on. I mean, so he's gonna be coming. Hopefully, he's stopping by too later on. I sent him the link. He's gonna be grilling.
Oh, he said that. Oh, he said he's gonna late night grilling. He's got going on now.
Yeah, he's smoking some meat, whatever. Okay, now.
Oh man.
All right, now finally I got the fucking meme that I've been meaning to get. Here we go.
Right. Yeah, I hear that noise back in the background. All the government building vehicles want to go by through the they got a little convoy going on here. There we go. There they go.
I think that picture needs the number 19 in it, man.
Look at MVP. The MVP race is shaping up as everyone expected. Derek Carr, Baker Mayfield, and Sam Darnold.
Yeah, that is crazy. They're 20, except Bryce Young. That draft class is leading the MVP. All the number 1 picks, right? Was Sam Darnold number 1? Yeah, he was like, was he number?
No, he was number 3.
Like interesting. All 3 of them are doing performing successfully right at the moment. And what do you notice is a common denominator in all 3 of their pictures?
They're white guys.
Neither one of them are smiling.
Oh.
That tells you they're all taking it for what it is, a job. Seriously, none of them are smiling. You don't see a smile in that picture.
No,
and all 3 of them are
David Carr,
rocking.
And all of them. No, the common denominator is that all of them was trashed by 2 years.
Yeah.
We got the leg up on these guys. So if they go another 3 or 4 games, they can use that vocabulary. We was a part of the conversation of the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
They have the early lead in the horse race. Oh man, David Carr. They got the Eagles. Who's that? What the Bucks? And the Vikings, right? Vikings got Houston. So they got some tough games. All 3 of them. They get through that, still undefeated. They're legitimate contenders on them. Man. Who would have thought?
You know they got these bite-sized
Sam Donald.
They got these bite-sized Reese's fast breaks now.
Yeah.
I'm in heaven, dude.
Oh, Reese's. Anything Reese's is pretty much it's pretty much a no-brainer.
What is?
Anything Reese's, pretty much.
Reese's?
Yeah, Reese's.
Peanut butter?
Yeah.
What about the Reese's cereal?
I love it. They
Reese's
have minis now. Crypto. They have Reese's mini cereal now.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
And
Reese's cereal is pretty good. It tastes like Cocoa Puffs and peanut butter Captain Crunch, basically.
We got the yeah. I have a picture of the best quarterback wide receiver duo so far.
Oh man. Jesus. Wow.
I swear Marvin Harrison looks like the puppet from Mr. Rogers' World, dude. From Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Remember the King?
He is a carbon copy of him.
Remember the King, bro?
King Friday?
Yeah, King Friday. Yeah. You remember him?
I forgot what was there a queen? Because I know there was Prince Tuesday, King Friday. I forgot what the queen's lady name was.
Queen Wednesday. Oh no, I just made it up.
Queen Saturday. Saturday. Yeah.
Pop's got to be proud of him, man. His Pops is proud, man. He's doing pretty good. He's gonna break right through Senior's legacy, man. By the end of the season, he would have broken all of his records, man. That's a bold prediction.
Okay, we're gonna see what the audience thinks. Here's King Friday.
King Friday.
Oh, there it is.
Look at him, dude. It looks just like him, man.
Hey, I just came up for one reason to tell Shake that the Queen's name was Sarah. It was Sarah Saturday.
Okay,
Sarah Saturday.
Okay. Thank you.
What do you think, Ali? Does he look like King Friday or what, man? It looks just like him.
Actually, I see more. You know what I see? I see Richard Sherman.
Yeah, Richard Sherman too. I would say that Marvin Harrison looks like Richard Sherman for sure.
I'd hate to be that quarterback and having to give Marvin Harrison a hug.
Right. I know.
And of course,
he's actually taller than bigger than his father.
Wow. Now we need to bring up pictures of Daniel LaRussa.
I brought this up on Late Night Exhale. I want to know your thoughts, Shake. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, I already knew I was gonna come up with this. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about this on was that Friday night show I did? And oh man, I think that's a slap in the wrist. $14,000.
I personally don't have an issue with it. Everybody knew what he was doing. It's not like I think sometimes the NFL is hyperbolic and they're also hypocritical because I think other celebrations have been more vulgar than this one. You know what I mean?
I know, but here's the thing: it's if they allow this, then it's kind of a slippery slope. Then somebody else is gonna try to outdo that, and this and that, So they just try to nip it at the bud.
He could have moonwalked. He could have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, grab his crotch. Can't grab your crotch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Here's the thing. It wasn't like he did.
I know. Hello, we have an Ali there.
Probably would have been fine twerking, but twerking's allowed. Grabbing your crotch, no.
Shaking that booty. Shout out to the 43 watching.
Shake your booty.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Ali, if you're trucking. Shout out to the 43 with Insomnia right now.
Yeah, shout out. You guys, good stopping by, man.
So I couldn't get the raid to work because the show hadn't been created yet, but looks like we still got most of the portion over, man.
Hey, by the way, Colorado Buffalo won in overtime, 38-31. So
it was a shootout.
Man, I got kicked from the channel, and I was sitting here talking to myself for like 30 minutes.
My bad. I didn't know it.
It's all good. I'm gonna go in the back though. I just came up to
we were practicing for Pete, Ali.
What was that?
We were practicing for Pete.
Oh, okay.
All right. So real quick, we have one.
I'm doing a bong hit for Andy, man. Appreciate you, Andy.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Did I let everybody?
We have 8. We have 9 unbeaten teams. What do you think is going to be the first one?
I think 3 of them play each other. So
yeah.
So about
Chargers and Steelers. Chargers and Steelers and Vikings and Texans are 2 unbeatens that play each other. And then the Saints are playing the Eagles. Buccaneers are playing the Broncos. And the Chiefs are playing the Falcons. Oh, and Bills are playing Jaguars.
Boy, I'm really, really tempted to take that money line on and put the Falcons on one of my parlays, dude. That I really am intrigued by the Falcons' chances.
You could probably win the best there.
What's up?
I don't know, man. I think
Bills are going to beat the Jaguars. There's a good chance the Falcons.
I also got Jags beating Bills, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, simply because they seem to be like what we are, what the Bills are to us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's nothing I would like to bet on, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it seems to always happen, even though you don't want to bet on something like that.
Yeah, from your like they say, from your lips to God's ears. Because you already know how I feel about the Bills.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice to put the Jags, the Falcons, and like the Dolphins on a 3-way parlay. That'd be beautiful if it all hit, man.
I'll go on with which one has the reverse odds. I think the what's called playing a division game this week, ain't he?
Yeah.
No, the Buccaneers playing outside the division this week, right? So
yeah, so Seattle. I think Seattle is going to lose their first game tomorrow. All right, the Chargers and Steelers. I say the Steelers are going to win that one, and the Vikings are going to beat the Texans. I think Saints are going to beat the Eagles.
Steelers losing that first game.
Yeah, we'll see tomorrow.
I think the Chargers play too much like the Steelers for the Steelers. They're going to out-Steeler the Steelers.
Shout out to Lewis in the building. Lewis Mandina.
You have to believe in that coach.
Moss Sports says
new Hall of Fame quarterback combination they got developing in Pittsburgh. Don't hold your breath.
You got I think the offense
got a new combination for me.
Yeah, I think the offense is and we'll see, man. And will the Ravens go for 0-3 for the first time this year?
No. They got history on their side.
Tony, what's good, Tony?
Yeah, Jamaica's gave him a good out by playing the Cowgirls.
If you want to join,
you can
hit me up.
You can get close to 19 to 1 odds on a Jaguars, Dolphins, Falcons parlay.
Hey, Tony, are you in Seattle right now?
1980.
Is
Tony in Seattle?
$19. That's a good.
I forgot. Tony's in. I think Tony's in Seattle. Yeah, he's in Seattle.
Win 99 crypto.
Yeah, Tony's in Seattle.
Yeah, he's going to the Seattle game. Yeah, he's gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
Hey, ask Tony whether or not Pete's out there with him.
No, I think he's at the first Starbucks that was ever made.
Yeah,
so check this out, guys. Jags, Dolphins, and Falcons on a 3-way parlay. $5 to win $99. That's 18 plus 1880. That's almost 19 to 1 odds. What do you say about this? What do you say about swapping out the Dolphins there? Okay. In favor of, now hear me out. Okay. The Panthers have a serviceable veteran quarterback playing this week.
You can probably do that alone and still win a lot of money.
The money line is plus 210. Right? If I add that, if I swap out the Dolphins with the Panthers, that's 2.1 21.3 to 1 odds. That's $5 to win 111.
Right. There you go. That'd be a good bet because the Cardinals, they got the new quarterback thing going in their favor to know,
Well, I already have Panthers. Crypto, I already have Panthers, Jaguars, Cardinals. I'm thinking Panthers, Jaguars, Falcons to beat the Chiefs.
That Buffalo one's going to screw you up.
Yeah.
I know.
I wouldn't do that one.
I just know the Jags are going to beat them, dude. How about if I swap out the Jags?
Not this version of the Jags.
That's plus 200. What if I swap out the Jags there for the Dolphins? Now I've got Panthers, Dolphins, Falcons. And that's
trust me.
I don't like the Falcons either.
Win 102.
Kirk Cousins won't be able to get past Spags defense.
I'm hoping you win.
The other alternatives,
I don't trust Kirk Cousins against that defense.
You got the other alternatives. You got Eagles at 120 to beat the Saints. That ain't nothing to take. You got the Giants at plus 250 over the Browns. Chargers are plus 120 over the Steelers. Vikings are only plus 100 to take out the Texans. Packers 125 over the Titans. Broncos 225 over the Buccaneers. Now that's intriguing. But other than that, everybody else is pretty even. Rams over Niners plus 240. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Damn.
And Commanders over Bengals plus 275. And that's a 7-point spread.
Divisional games are easy to bet on upsets.
The one I'm looking at, the one I'm looking at, Falcons at plus 140.
Or recent history.
They're plus 3. The spread's only 3. And the Dolphins, Seahawks at plus 175. The spread's 4.5. And Panthers versus Raiders at plus 210. The spread is they're giving the Panthers 6.5 points. So I don't know.
Tony B, the only thing that helps me, this is the only thing that helps me.
The Jags are getting 6 points, crypto. At minus 105. Panthers are getting 6 and Panthers are getting 5.5. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. So Panthers, Dolphins, Falcons. Yeah, I'll do it. $5 to win 102, man. Why not?
Rams have no Cooper Kupp right now.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't touch the Rams with somebody else's money.
Well, they have so Puka and what's his name is out. Cooper Cup as well. Oh no, Puka Nakua and Cooper Cup is out. Well, the odds should be greater then. You should be able to win more money if you pick
So,
it. And if them
so
two is
check
out.
this one out. This one's got
Mm-hmm.
this one's 24-1. 3-bet parlay. All yes. So I got yes for Pat Fryermuth to catch a pass on the Steelers' first drive.
Yeah,
I
he's
got
catching
yes.
one
I
on
got
that one.
yes
That
for
defense.
Aaron Jones to catch a pass on the Vikings' first drive, and I got Rashad White to catch a pass on the Buccaneers' first drive. All yeses, and that's $5 to win 123.
Man, they just giving away money on that one.
So
What do they
I
expect?
know,
One of them's
that's what
hurt.
I'm saying, Crypto. I'm like, I just need
Why are they
those three
giving
guys to get a
those?
pass dumped off to them in the first drive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, why are they just giving away money like that?
All positions that would potentially get a pass dumped off to them in the first drive. You know what I mean? 2 running backs
Yeah,
and a tight end.
I could see Donald throwing Jones a pass on the flat because
I can
they put
certainly see
6
Fields.
men on Justin Jefferson
I can
and
certainly see
freaking
Justin Fields throwing a pass to
Fields
Fryermuth. You know what I mean?
using his tight ends like he's been doing already.
I mean, he threw 2 touchdowns to Cole Kmet against us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I can
3,
see
but yeah.
Fields throwing to Fryermuth in
Mhm.
the first drive.
Yeah, he uses his tight ends. They giving
Look at
away
Andy.
money on
Look
that
at Andy.
parlay
Don't
unless
do
he
it.
told.
Andy's like, don't do it.
Unless those people of Vegas have told them, those coaches, to not do that on the first drive. This is the test that if the game is rigged.
Right. And Baker Mayfield dumping the ball off to Rashad White, easily can see that on the first drive.
And if that doesn't happen, that means that this game is rigged. That's the official evidence that the game's rigged. That Vegas have called those 3 head coaches and told them not to do it.
Hey, Crypto, maybe this is why we see wide open guys not get found by their quarterback on the all-22.
Right. There's your evidence right there.
Like, the guy's wide open. Why didn't you see him? You know, it's like
yeah, they phoned into those guys and told them, hey, we'll give you a cut of this pie. You know? Told them, hey, we got crazy odds that this happens, but there's a lot of money pouring into it. You get a cut.
And as
yeah,
far
there
as
you go.
Aaron
There's
Jones,
your evidence.
as far as Aaron Jones with the Vikings, Aaron Jones is a scat back. He's easily going to get the ball dumped off to him in the flat.
Yeah.
Now this all has to happen on these teams' first drive. That's the bet. That's the catch. You know what I mean? But I could easily see all that happening. Why not? I'm like 24 to 23 to 1 odds. I'll take it all day. And Crypto, to tell you the truth, there was a few other guys I could have plugged in there or swapped out that were just as like, you know, yours. It's like kind of like just as plausible, you know. But I figured I'd go with people that nobody's much thinking of. That way Vegas doesn't see me coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but hey, listen, I know, hey, I wasn't born in 72, but guess what? We still have our trophy cases. We still have 2 Super Bowls. So
I love that
you
argument.
guys, hey,
number as they have in your lifetime.
Tony B, you Buffalo has no Super Bowl in anybody's lifetime.
Yeah, right. And even when they had the chance, you probably weren't alive. So, you know.
Exactly.
You weren't even alive to see their Lamar Hunt trophies.
Or their AFL championships.
Right. Well, definitely not that. Plus, those to me, those don't count anyway. They had to sue to get it to count. Besides, before the AFL was worth the NFL's time, well, really, I mean, we're talking about the Buffalo Bills in a league that nobody wanted to watch.
Exactly.
Besides, they probably only got a championship because of other reasons from the 60s that we won't talk about right now. Like there were other teams that probably didn't get athletes that they could have gotten
Cleveland
if we were in a different era.
Multiple Super Bowl titles. They would have allowed that. They would have already had their Super Bowl ring.
Face it, y'all are a bunch of Billikens, man. That's what you are. You're Billikens.
Yeah.
That's an idol that symbolizes the Japanese king of the city of fortune. He's the god of luck. That doesn't mean good luck. It means he divvies out the luck. And he obviously ain't liked y'all using him as a mascot.
Not Andrew. Yeah. Not Andrew Luck.
Yes, we're super jealous of your wide right.
Bad omen. It's a bad omen.
We're super jealous of wide right. Yes.
Right. Oh God.
By the way, can we also talk about how that kick wouldn't have been good for more than 35 yards? Even if it was wide right, let's be real, Scott Norwood wasn't known for the strongest leg in the world.
No. Oh yeah. He was very,
and he only had one bar on his helmet.
Yeah.
He was one of them one bar kickers.
Like our Reggie Roby.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of them back in the day.
Reggie Roby knew how to sport the one bar look, man.
Yeah.
I think Mark, was it Duper or Klein that
Duper
had
the two bar? Yeah.
Duper had the 2 bar. Yeah, the old 2 bar. Yep. All the way up into the 90s, man.
Yeah, he did.
He was the last one wearing that. Good old 2 bar helmet, man.
Yeah, what happened to Crypto? Oh yeah, Crypto's phone
Shake,
died.
when that was always the one that was the easiest to draw, besides the 1 bar, of course. But the 2 bar was always the easiest to draw.
Hey, he got to watch the 4 Super Bowls. He says.
Yeah, so you must have watched the 52-17 blowout from the Cowboys then too. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If anybody thinks that the Dolphins that year would have lost to the Cowboys 52-17, you're fooling.
No, we would have won. We were the rightful owners.
Right. You were the wrong representation for the AFC that year.
Yep. It's always a blowout when the wrong team ends up in the Super Bowl.
But speaking of which, let me ask y'all this. Stephen A. Smith is out here, he likes to clickbait and shit, saying that the quarterback is going to be the biggest bust in NFL history.
Who's that?
Stephen A. Smith.
Our quarterback?
Caleb Williams.
Oh. Yeah, we got to win games to get there. Well, apparently the snow's got to fall for you all to get there.
Yeah.
I tell you, when you think you got rid of one annoying Buffalo Bills fan, he get replaced by another.
Tony B's never come at us though. I didn't even know he was a Buffalo fan.
Nah, that's all good.
Honest with you.
I don't care. He's more than welcome. We welcome everybody here.
So I'm saying he's been relatively tame. I thought he was a Dolphins fan. I assume everybody's a Dolphins fan until they start making fun of Dolphins.
Maybe you're confusing him with someone else.
Oh, that guy with the guy with 50 cell phones? No, I know that Tony.
No, another Tony B. Was it another? I don't know.
50 phone Tony?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're talking about CIA Tony? Yeah, it's CIA.
No, another Tony. I'm sure there's. Well, of course. Listen, Buffalo knows excuses. This is just volume 1.
Wow. It looks like the British Prime Minister's list of initiatives.
So, Caleb Williams, according to Steve A. Smith, they say he's going to be the biggest bust in NFL history. I'm like, nah. Who do you think was the biggest quarterback?
Which normally
bust?
mean he's going to be a great rebound. Every time they go hard in the paint on guys like that, they turn out to be the biggest turnaround story whenever they get everything right.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Baker and what's his name, supposed to be a bust. I tell you, those guys love tutting the chicken before the hatch.
See,
by the way, Shake,
mm-hmm.
You and Kadeem were probably the only ones in the world right now that heard that joke and laughed at it.
Which one?
The British Prime Minister initiative list.
Kadeem. I would like to get
somewhere,
him on
somewhere right now. Somewhere right now at 5:45 in the morning, Kadeem just laughed his ass off when he heard that.
Kadeem.
He's like, "Colin knows British politics."
Hey man, congratulations to the Hurricanes. They won 50-15.
I'm buying it.
So
I'm buying it.
Yes, you're buying it.
I'm buying it.
I used to watch this one kid I knew from Hong Kong.
Devontae Parker is their wide receivers coach.
So this one guy I knew from Hong Kong, he was a British subject, right? And he taught me about British politics, but he got me to watch this old show from the early 80s, like from Britain. It was called Yes Minister. And the show was funny. It was sort of like Crypto, you might, and Shake, you might remember the show Benson.
Yeah.
Right, with the governor and all that.
Lieutenant Governor.
Very similar show, but with British politics, with British Parliament, right? So it follows this new Minister of the Interior, which is a fake cabinet in British politics, but it was for the show. And so they're civil servants, what you would call their bureaucrats, like the assistants and the secretaries and all that. Those people are appointed for life. The incoming representative or executive doesn't pick their own cabinet. Those civil servants are there for life, right? So you might find a guy that becomes a minister, right? And his secretary might be politically opposed to him. But the point of the whole thing about the bureaucrats and the civil servants is they think they know what's best for the people, and they think they know how shit should be done, right? So they basically all try to block everything that the ministers do. So the show becomes about the comedic relationship and battle between the new minister and his civil servant, his secretary, right? And so, like, the first day he gets in, he hands him a sheet of paper with a new initiative that the voters got elected him to do. And the guy's like, "Yeah, I'll file it right away." And he goes in the room. You know what I mean? There's like 5 stacks of paper like the one you just showed, and he puts it at the bottom of one of them. You know what I mean? He's like, and all the rest of them are there from like the past ministers, and none of their shit ever got done. You know what I mean? It's just fun. If you're wondering where that joke stemmed from.
God damn.
That's why when you see like the bureaucrats getting in the way of everything over here, it reminds you a lot of British politics. It's like, damn, you can't. It's like just like that. It's like the civil servants are there just to block everything that the people want to do because they think the people are too stupid to know what's best for them. So they're all trying to, like, they're the ones that run the whole show, but they're not elected. They're like appointed there, and they're there for life. So all the elected people come in and they can't do nothing about them. They end up becoming friends and all that. It's just like Benson, how like Benson and the maid became friends after a while. Remember, what was her name? Helen or Helga or something? Gretchen?
I thought what was Gretchen? I thought that was soap. No,
it might have been soap. It was it might have been Ingrid.
Hey, shout out to Raphael Corrad in the building. What's going on, Raph?
What's up, bro?
Benson was great, man. I watched that
double dogs
day,
in the chat. The double dog strolling out of bed. You're out of Iraq, man. You got to go back to Iraq. Reveille.
They used to play Benson and Silver Spoons right back to back in the afternoon when I got home from school.
Yeah, Silver Spoons was came on at 5 o'clock Central.
In Webster.
Yeah, Webster used to follow Benson. I mean, Silver Spoons.
Well, Webster, the guy that played Webster's dad, is football royalty. He's got a family member playing in the league to this day. Ted Caris.
Right.
I think it's his nephew.
His nephew, yeah. Great nephew or nephew, yeah, descendant, yeah.
Alex Caris is the actor. I think he played for the I want to say the old St. Louis football Cardinals.
Hey, by the way, Archie Manning is 4-0, 250 yards today. He threw for 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Who, Archie Manning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a stat line we could win with tomorrow.
Minus the interceptions. Although the interception could be killer. Archie Manning, man. I'm telling you.
And
the Manning residence.
This week,
Archie Manning.
This week, the Chiefs signed Kareem Hunt, so that's gonna help add another dimension to the Chiefs' repertoire already.
Yeah, Pacheco is out of business, man. He's out.
Oh, the Hunts brought Hunt back into the family, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I thought they were done with him after what he did and all that.
You're like,
they could bring back Lamar Smith.
Have you ever thought of the Spoonerism for Kareem Hunt's name?
What's that?
I don't want to say it. We'll probably get knocked off. We'll probably get demonetized.
Oh man.
That's when you take the first 2 letters of each name and switch them,
I got you. Yes. Okay, I got you now. Yes.
Especially since Hareem is an actual name. You know what I mean? So it would be a pure Spoonerism, which is one that makes sense. Like if you can switch the letters and both words are still actual words, that's like a pure Spoonerism.
Apparently, freaking Hunter is averaging 129 snaps per game. I guess because at wide receiver and cornerback.
Did we mention the Canes won 50-15?
Yeah,
No,
they did.
Did they? I didn't. I
make sure we mentioned that. You know,
I had no idea. Thank God you told me.
Should I hit the breaking news, Chiron?
Yeah,
I would have never known.
Yeah, they cleaned up the rest of the college. All the peasants in the league has been
now,
had
where's
to pay
that at,
homage.
Raphael? You said a car almost went off a bridge in 95. Where was that,
In
Raphael?
Arizona.
Well, 95 could be anywhere from Key West to Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Craig corrected me. You know, I thought it was the Detroit Lions. I wonder if he was wearing if the Webster father character was a Cardinals fan, maybe.
By the way, Eagles wide receiver AJ Brown is out for Sunday.
Out again. Mm-hmm. Oh man, I wish.
I was either gonna say if it wasn't the Cardinals, my other thought was either the Lions or the Chiefs. I feel like he was in red somewhere.
Excuse me. Plus the 49ers tight end Kittle is not going to be participating either. He's out for Sunday's game.
Hang on one moment, Shake. I'll be back. 1 moment.
Nope, whole career in Detroit. You're right. That's it, Craig. Whole career in Detroit. Long career too.
So if you have a fantasy league, George Kittle is not going to be in the lineup.
Yo, Alex Caris played in the league from 1958 to 1970, and he played.
Alex, I sent you a link. So,
and he played in 161 games.
161.
Out of a possible 162. Started 156. That's crazy. Oh, wait. He did miss a whole season in 1963. Violation of league gambling policy. Wow. According to Pro Football Reference. Oh, yeah, Lewis. It's definitely some high octane. Tonight it is a strain called Champagne Breakfast.
Damn.
And it's at about 25%, which is pretty high for like the place I go to. It's about mid-grade for what's available in South Florida. True Leave has stuff that's like 38%, but that's not the norm. Normal high stuff is like 25 to 28.
Right. Oh yeah.
But that's all they had, and they were $10 a jar. So I bought 3 jars. I'm like, holy shit, that's pretty damn cheap. Can you imagine back in the day if you got some good seedless bud from somebody, a quarter and an eighth for 30 freaking bucks? Can you imagine that back in the day? You know, like.
Update to the Canes game. Canes win 50-15.
You don't say, Crypto.
I
wasn't sure we heard. Should we hit the breaking news, Chiron?
I think I've been here before. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah. There we go. Shake money. The silent Bill Murray.
This is life, Miss Fins.
There we go.
You know.
I got you, babe. Dun, 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 dun. I got you, babe.
Shout out to Miss Fins, who shares a birthday with Dan Marino.
Yeah, this is live. This is live, Miss Fins.
Oh, is this
I
live?
Tell you,
oh, I got you.
Hey,
yeah, this is live.
Bill Murray, did he step in the same hole when he got up out of bed? or am I imagining things? Did he step in the same mud puddle as he crossed the street, or did he step in a different one each time?
I'm
That's a
not
trivia
sure.
question.
I'm assuming he stamped in the same one, right?
You know what's funny?
I don't
Miss
know.
Miss Finns will go dark right around Friday after her show, and she won't pop up again until late Saturday, Sunday morning.
Max,
You ever
that's
notice
normally my
that?
ongoing trivia question, Shake.
Mm-hmm. What's
Did
that?
Bill Murray step in the same hole when he got out of bed on Groundhog's Day?
I don't know, but how many times did he have to go through it?
I know. Was it an infinite loop, or did it ever end?
Well, it ended because he did right by karma, so that's why it ended. The whole thing was he had to figure out what karma wanted him to do.
But what if karma was groundhog?
Well, he had to figure out what karma wanted him to do.
If the time loop never ended, or the time he got outside the time loop. Another word.
Well, Crypto, also there was a Star Trek episode with Next Generation that was about that too. They got stuck in this time loop, and turned out by the time they figured it out and broke out of the loop, they realized they had been stuck in the thing for 3 weeks.
By the way, have you ever watched the show? Did I ever show
Craig Sebring? Yes, he did. He stepped in the same hole. All right.
Did you ever did I ever show you to a instructor? They finally we finally got a picture of Tua's taekwondo, jiu-jitsu instructor.
Oh yeah, I saw that the other day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Martin or Dave Chappelle? I can't figure it out.
Martin.
I thought it was Martin, man.
Yeah.
Martin. That was his karate instructor.
I mean, I'm pretty. I've obviously seen both of them enough to be able to tell them apart. But the way his face is scrunched up, it almost looks like Dave a little bit.
I love that he ate all the donuts.
If you stare at it long enough, it'll look like Dave.
To eat the donuts. As a matter of fact, I got me a pumpkin donut. Man. It's real good with
the one do something like that for.
The one thing I liked about Bill Murray was once he found out he was doing the same thing over and over, he wasn't afraid to experiment. Like,
that would be so me, bro. I'd be like, well, hell, I could do anything I want for a couple days, till I get bored with it.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep experimenting. Heck, you're going to repeat the same cycle anyways. Why not just
having God mode on? It's like having God mode on one of your video games. You get bored with it eventually.
Didn't he try the police and they shot his ass?
Yeah.
Let me
rob the bank a couple times, to have a good time.
Thank you. Yeah.
But it would be like God mode on a video game. Eventually, you're like, all right, I've had enough of this. I've done it all.
To the point where you be like, man, it's like
I've
a curse.
done it all. I've seen
like,
everything. You know what I mean?
And all I know is, listen, I like
watching
smack
somebody. What you call it?
I like to watch that show on the holidays.
Right. I would have probably went a few more weeks.
It's a holiday show.
I probably would have went a few more weeks impressing hot girls with my predictions and getting laid a little more. I probably would have done that for a few more weeks than he did, to be honest with you. But
yeah, right. They did a little bit more.
But I know it was a 2 hour. They had to fit it in a 2 hour movie, so I get it.
Yeah,
that was a great movie. By the way, the ship that the Enterprise kept interacting with in that 3 weeks in the time loop.
Yeah.
The other ship that was causing it, that ship was in it for like 30 years before, because the Enterprise broke out of the loop. It caused them to break out of the loop too.
That it would have shocked me, but yeah, damn, I didn't know that. But it doesn't wouldn't shock me. Yeah, Bill Murray and Chevy Chase didn't like each
Well, they
other.
didn't do a lot of movies together, other than the big one. Caddyshack. He did more
Man,
movies with
I
Dan
love
Aykroyd.
suspense movies though. I can watch them all day. Suspense movies and
I could
drama.
watch spoof movies.
I hate,
Of
man.
course, horror movies is my favorite, but
I used to like them, Shake,
suspense
but
movies
I
I
just,
can watch them
I
all
just
day.
don't like spoofs anymore, bro. Like parodies
Well,
and all that.
well,
man.
the thing about it is, one thing I was talking to somebody. I said the secret to a parody is you got to have a good movie. Unfortunately, with there, see back in the good, if you look at all the good parodies, they're parodying good movies. So
Right.
if you're gonna parody a shit movie, the parody's not gonna be that good.
Right.
If you look, I'll give you a good example. Scary movies, right?
It's hard. It
Look
can
at
be,
all,
but yeah, it's hard to
yeah,
make it
look at
good.
all
Yeah.
the first few scary movies. Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and then all of a sudden they started.
What you did, that's something right.
Yeah, then all of a sudden the movies they started parodying were stupid movies. You're like,
Right.
these,
Right. I mean, then there's satire, which is a subtle difference. Satire has to be.
I know what you did last.
What makes a good satire is when you still can take the plot line seriously, which even though it's a satire, you know what I mean?
Like
that's how,
yeah, like Don't Be a Menace While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. They took a lot of good hood movies,
right? Yeah.
Or something like
Don't Be a Menace.
Trying to think of something that fits my description. It's like pure satire, but you're like, but this plot line is still good, and I can still take it seriously.
Yeah.
Something like Ace Ventura.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still wanted to know who was causing the war between the Tutus and the Hoochies or whatever. You know what I mean? In the second one. In the first one, you still wanted to know who the fuck was the double agent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Even though it was a completely goofball movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never did watch part 2 as much.
Of Ace Ventura?
Yeah, I never seen part 2 as much as I've seen part 1.
Hey, I know it's our beloved Dolphins and all, but I love the second one much more, dude. I've seen the second one like 1,000 times, man. This shit's so funny. Oh my god. To watch a dude get birth himself out of a freaking back of a rhino, of a fake rhino, bro. Oh my god, that was just classic. Like, I mean, if you can wrap up Dick Van Dyke and the guy that played Kramer in one and stick it in Jim Carrey, bro, that shit was so fucking funny, bro. Oh my god, I've never seen something so funny.
Right.
The only other thing I've seen that funny was that scene between Will Smith and Martin in Bad Boys 2 at the door with the girl's boyfriend. That shit was hilarious, man. I could watch that over and over and over again.
Out now.
Is the one with Kurt Russell? Which one was Kurt Russell?
I know, right?
What bad? You talking about Bad Boys?
A scary movie.
I don't know.
I don't remember being in a scary
movie. Maybe Escape from LA.
The Escape from LA and New York.
More of an action thriller.
London, yeah.
Hey, by the way,
you know
they might remake Ace Ventura. I mean the first Ace Ventura, do a reboot, and I heard Travis Kelce is gonna be Finkel is gonna play.
That's funny. That's funny. Craig might be talking about that one that where Kurt Russell's wife got kidnapped. Didn't he do one of those?
Scary movie. Well, you talking about No, he wasn't Amityville.
I'm not talking because the scary movies. The scary movies they do parody and shit, right?
Oh, you're talking about Scary Movie. I didn't realize he was in one of those.
Man, no, I never seen Kurt Russell in a scary movie.
No, I didn't either. Not that I can remember. He's not mixing them up with Halloween. What's her name? Is it?
Oh, that Blob.
Jamie Lee
What about
Curtis.
the movie?
What's her name?
You ever seen the movie The Blob?
Was he in that one? The Blob.
No, but you know, Kevin Bacon was in one of the Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The older one, yeah. Kevin Bacon. Well, I think it was the fourth one, the chapter 4. Final
He gets
chapter.
killed, though. He gets killed, right?
That was the one.
Yeah. It might have been.
I think it was the final chapter. I think it was.
It might have been
either the third
3.
one.
I think it was 3. Crypto it was in 3D.
Right. Yeah. That was the one before final chapter. Which was
Kurt
a
was in the
crucial banana
remake of the
killing
movie The
incident.
But you know what's funny is when you said that he was in the movie Friday the 13th, the final chapter. They had like if they have like 8 more movies right after that, I don't think that's the final chapter.
I know, right?
I know exactly. I'm like, what the hell? Chapter 4. Why don't they just say part 4, the final chapter? I'm like, what? They had like 8 more. Right?
I think one of them was Jason
Oh, that's the
Lives.
final
It's like, well, no shit. We already figured that after the 4th one. You know?
After the first one that he lived, right? You know, after his mommy stopped killing people, you know, like, okay, he lives now. He drowned, all right.
What's the last one gonna be?
Did he really drown?
Friday the 13th, part 12. His
I know,
mother lives.
everlasting. Right, his mother lives.
Jason's mother returns.
Oh yeah, exactly. Mommy's revenge. That's what it's gonna be called.
Mommy's revenge.
Mommy's revenge.
Mommy and
comes back to life.
By the way, this one wasn't a horror movie. This was, to me, more of a comedy than a horror.
I loved it. I actually really thought it was well done, believe it or not. I'm not big on universe mashups, but that was really, really well done, man. I thought
exactly that mashup. Because you screwed,
and it was sort of a satire, Shake, but you could still take it. You could still take it just as seriously as the old ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, I'll never forget. I was higher than a motherfucker.
If you go to sleep, if you're screwed, and if you're awake, you're screwed. No matter what.
I was higher than a motherfucker, and that's when I was watching that in the movie theaters.
Oh man, that is like the perfect matchup.
Yeah.
I laughed.
You remember the Jay and Silent Bob guys? Cass was in there.
Yeah,
was in that movie. Was in the Jason versus Freddy. The Jay and Silent Bob. They was in that movie. It was crazy because he got high. Remember? Then we started smoking what you call it, and this big old maggot came out and freaking Adam. That was Freddy. I was like, God, that is insane. Big huge maggot came out.
Freaking Hellraiser, man. Hell yeah, bro. that group of movies was great too, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man. I can't imagine being eaten by a large maggot. Oh God.
What about was it 3? Yeah, it was 3. Friday the 13th. No, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. No, it was a 3 or 4. I can't remember. It was easy 3 or 4 where he turned the girl into a cockroach.
Yeah, Freddy turned to a cockroach. Yeah.
Yeah, Freddy turned the girl. No, he turned.
That was the
3. Shake 3 was when they were in the asylum with the teenagers that could all dream, and then when they dreamt, they like had special powers in their dreams.
So it must have been Part 4. Yeah, he turned the girl into a cockroach.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I think that was the 4th one. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes and she was like in a roach motel. He crushed her. Roaches check in, but they don't check out.
But they don't check out. Freddie always had some jokes though too, man. He always crack a joke at the end.
Yeah, I remember Part 4. There was a
he always crack one joke before he kill you.
Yeah, there was a girl that she had asthma, and she was in school, right? And she was sleeping on her desk, right? And then Freddie wakes her up and goes, "Hey, want to suck face?" and suck the life out of her.
Suck the life out, yeah. Suck face and suck face.
Hey, you want to suck face?
Or he'll say the one he put out his saying, like, "It's prime time, bitch." That's one of the most iconic phrases in all of his movies. It's prime time, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
No, what about the other one? I don't believe in fairy tales, kid, and it kills him.
Yeah.
Sorry, kid. I don't believe in fairy tales. I remember that one. That was the one I was thinking of a minute ago, Shake. In the third one, that was in the third one.
Yeah, sorry, kid. I don't
Sorry, kid. I don't believe in fairy tales.
Right. Well, I tell you,
he's standing there,
he was vicious.
He's a manifestation of a nightmare, killing a kid, and he's like, I don't believe in fairy tales.
Right. Freddie did some vicious stuff, boy. I tell you. I mean, you want to talk about cold-blooded?
Like, maybe I wouldn't be here killing you if you didn't believe in fairy tales, kid. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Then he pretty much he killed.
I never got that back then, Shake. I guess I was too young to figure out the double meaning there. You know, a fairy tale killing a kid saying, "I don't believe in fairy tales."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dream Warriors. Or was it Dreamcatcher?
That was the one they had powers color. Tina,
they were dreaming, and only in their dreams.
Yeah.
Like the crippled kid could walk in his dream, in his dream state.
MCJB.
And the dumb kid could talk in his dream.
Right. Yeah, everything that they couldn't do while I was awake, they was able to do it in their dream. Yep. Well, I tell you.
Dream Warriors. Yeah, it was subtitled Dream Warriors.
Mm-hmm. They had one where he came back. They was telling his story how he became Freddy Krueger and stuff.
Right.
It was like the very final chapter.
The nun in the bell tower was telling the story. That's what made the movie interesting to me, was getting a little bit of the backstory, man. We never got that before.
Backstory, exactly how he actually became Freddy Krueger. Yeah. But it was like the final, like the 8th or 9th part or something like that.
Right.
Where they finally told the
you didn't get it actually on right, and then you didn't get it on film until the pilot episode of the anthology series called Nightmare on Elm Street. But only the first episode. Like the rest of it was just a bunch of other stories that had nothing to do with Freddy. But the pilot episode to that actual one was Freddy turning into them all burning him, the whole town burning him and all that.
Burning them, exactly, where they actually burned them. Yep. Yeah. And it was actually the actor Robert Englund that actually was telling himself, he was being himself, telling the story about Freddy. You know, he was his real life character in the movie, telling about Freddy, which was weird.
Raphael,
what are Gremlins?
Probably Gremlins. He meant.
I know. I'm just messing with him. I'm just messing with Rap. He's on the good tonight. He's like Gremlins. That's like a mashup between a German and a gremlin. It's a Gremlin.
Yeah.
No, he's probably talking about titties. He's talking about titties, those great melons.
All right, great melons, yeah. Gremlins.
Yeah.
Gremlins. Girl melon.
Melons.
What's funny is I was talking today about the Gremlins, because I had a cat, the cat that usually comes up on the shows herself usually on the computer. That cat, she used to she'd be in heat, she used to make these little weird noises. Like and she sounded just like a gremlin when she was in heat.
I had a mogwai. Is that what they're called? Mogwai.
Yeah. I had to get her operated because, dude, she was trying to give it away to the dogs.
I got a question for everybody in the chat. Describe the Miami Dolphins. Use a movie to describe the current state of the Miami Dolphins.
There you go. That's a good one.
Flipper.
Flipper, okay.
Hey, man. Shout out.
All right, I'll take Flipper, even though it's a more direct thing. But yeah, like what horror
TV
movie?
show, not TV
what
show. That's a
comedy
TV show,
movie?
not a movie,
Right,
right?
right. What movie? Whether it's a horror movie, a musical, pick any genre, but you got to pick some movie in the best genre that describes the Miami Dolphins. What would it be? Would it be a musical? Will it be a horror flick? Will it be a
listen,
drama?
Crypto,
A
I got the
western?
perfect. I got the best movie.
Or what? What
Terminator.
movie? Terminator.
That's right.
Okay.
Skynet.
I think we've already hit the best movie. I think we've already hit the best movie. Groundhog Day.
Groundhog. Yeah, that's true. We already said it. You're right. Good one, Color. That is the best movie. Groundhog Day. We did.
He said Final Destination.
Final Destination.
No, that's the Dallas Cowboys. They're the accident waiting to happen. That's them.
The accident, right?
But that was a good one,
Right.
AB. What's up, AB?
Yeah, that was a good one. Final Destination. Yeah, that's a good one.
How about
that
Desperado?
Desperado. Goddamn. Hell, how about the freaking Wizard of Oz?
Mudbone put Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears.
Judging by how McDaniel looks, maybe Scarface. I don't know.
Scarface.
Nacho. Hey, look, Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre.
Hey,
okay. Damn.
McDaniel. I can see McDaniel's telling.
What about Dust to
listen,
Dawn?
hold on. I could see his McDaniel's telling his players. You know, sometimes at night, coaches like to wear stretchy pants for no reason.
Now, I would describe the fan base Dust to Dawn. That's our fan base.
No, I'd say Bad Boys too. Tyreek gets in his car. He's like, I'm gonna fucking buy this car, but not this one because he's like, Dan Marino should definitely buy this car, but not this one because I'm gonna fuck this one up.
No, but you're definitely right, Color. This is Miami Dolphins.
That's definitely us. That's the Miami Dolphins. Groundhog Day.
Yeah, we're here at a cold playoff game again.
That is the perfect depiction of the Dolphins.
John Devil has one too big to fail.
Too big to fail. Oh, good one. Or that would be, well, that's more like Kansas City right now, at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, too big to fail. Damn.
Well, you know, with the way they use propaganda to gaslight
Fahrenheit 9/11.
The way they use propaganda to gaslight us, you could call it 1984.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, damn. 1984. Damn. Well, we're not in the Amazon. They can't take us out. Damn. 1984. We got freaking.
How about here's an old one people might not know or might not remember. Alive. Remember Alive?
Alive.
About
Is that the one with the tremors with the
that's the one about the soccer team that crashed in the Andes Mountains and had to eat each other.
Oh, they eat each other. Okay. Yeah. They had to go to cannibalism. Yeah. We're definitely eating each other. It's right.
Based on a true story.
That's what I would say. Well, that's what I'm saying. That'd be like freaking Night of the Living Dead. That's us in our fan base. The Living Dead. That's what we are.
Mm-hmm.
The minute somebody gets one bite, everybody just the whole town goes to mayhem and start eating each other. Living Dead.
Raphael, that Ethan Hawke played in that movie. It wasn't no B movie.
Over the Top. What movie is that?
That was with Sylvester Stallone.
Over the Top.
And and Will Wheaton, I think it was.
Will Wheaton.
Yeah, Will Wheaton. And it was about a truck driver who was trying to get custody of his kid, and his kid ran away from his mom to join his dad on this freaking arm wrestling circuit that all the truckers attend.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to win this arm wrestling championship to get the money to get it custody of him.
I got the. Listen, if Skyler does not work out, I'm hoping he does. But if Skyler does not work out tomorrow, the best movie that will describe this season, Gone in 60 Seconds.
Gone in 60 minutes.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You know, if we crap out, Jake, I think
that's
going to be the title of my show Monday morning. Gone in 60 minutes. If we crapped out,
all right, we crap out. That's a good one. Starring Skylar Thompson and Tua Tagovailoa. No Nicolas Cage don't have to cover this one.
Lewis
no Nicolas Cage.
Lewis ought to like that title. Gone in 60 minutes.
Gone in 60 minutes. Oh yeah. No, we don't need Nicolas Cage in this one. We'll be fine. We got the right cast of characters.
Mudbone goes to Replacements.
Yeah, no doubt. Or what's one of them goofy football satires? You know?
The Rock. We'll go with the Rock.
The Rock. or how about the Bad News Bears? Is that one of them?
Yeah.
Or was that baseball?
No, that was baseball, wasn't it?
How about Wildcat? Remember with Goldie Hawn?
Oh damn! I forgot about that one. The Goldie Hawn.
Football.
Right, that's what I was saying, Craig.
Speaking of
Dead, Living Dead. That's definitely the Dolphins fan base.
Speaking of Goldie Hawn, another movie that will describe our season if Skylar Thompson doesn't work out, Overboard.
Oh yeah. Overboard.
Skylar. He said Skylar does Seattle.
Goddamn!
I have another one.
Shake, real quick. Speaking of Kurt Russell horror movies, Overboard.
I have another one. The Titanic.
Oh yes, Titanic. Goodbye, Rose.
What's that movie where they used the dolphin as an explosive in World War II? What was that movie called?
Damn, that's
explosive. Crazy. I don't remember that one.
Oh no, that was Dogs. I'm sorry.
From what I heard, I don't know if it was the Germans or the Americans. I think it was Germans. They used dolphin. They used to put mimes on dolphins to sink ships.
Yeah, didn't we try breaking codes with dolphins or something like that, or was that out of a sci-fi movie?
But the thing about it is the mimes didn't destroy the dolphins. They put the man. They will plant the man. The
right. The dolphins were their divers. They would just go and plant the mine. Right.
Right. Okay. Like man.
Like carrier pigeons. Except smarter.
Yeah, but Craig Sebring says Skylar does Seattle. That's a porn version of it.
And we know Raphael. The Russians use a different type of dolphin. It's called a dugong. AKA mermaid, AKA mermaid.
We need some replacements. Yeah, that dolphin, what you call.
Yeah, the dugongs were dugongs. Historians think dugongs might be what the mythical mermaids were written about. Because apparently the dugong is almost anatomically identical to a female human.
Well, did you hear? Did you hear about the Loch Ness monster?
So the sailors that were out to sea, all desperate and shit, that's why they think they saw mermaids and shit.
You know the Loch Ness monster. The thing about the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was debunked, but they were saying that the Loch Ness monster was apparently a whale's penis.
Well, the one famous picture of Nessie, we'll say,
oh my God,
the one that was debunked, Jake, they debunked it because if you look at it, it's basically the shadow of a bird's wing in flight right above the water.
Above the water.
And the shadow of the wing
It
is what makes it extend down to the water, looking like a neck.
Yeah. But they got some divers in the water a couple of weeks ago, and verified its existence. So there you go.
Along with Bigfoot.
Was it a plesiosaur?
If it's verified, they got the evidence now.
What's funny? Even if it were true and there was like a plesiosaur family stuck in that lock, right? All these centuries. Like, so you're telling me that species of animal is hardy and resilient enough to live only 2 or 3 at a time for centuries in that lake. But they weren't hardy, but they weren't hardy, but they weren't hardy and resilient enough to withstand the meteor blast that killed all the other animals.
Yeah, they live for generations.
Including the plesiosaurs that were outside of the lake. You know what I mean? They all died in the meteor blast somehow, but the ones inside the lake lived.
Yeah.
Bigfoot eats Loch Ness.
Eat Loch Ness. There's
the longest yard.
They actually
By the way,
went
here's
in the
another
woods
one.
And found Bigfoot already, Mudbone.
The longest yard.
There's some footage out there.
That's another one. That's another movie for the Dolphin season. The longest.
I mean, if we're talking about a species of cockroach,
like
I could get it. Maybe they'd survive the blast.
Hey, you're right, Craig Sebring.
We're likely from a bunch of cockroaches because of that.
Well, you're right. Tomorrow's game could be like the movie The Birds. I think Alfred Hitchcock is rolling over in his grave as we speak. We're going to be depicting his best movie out there on the football field, The Birds.
Man, I don't know. Seattle.
That movie today still got me queasing every time I bypass a Raven, man.
Seattle seems like the type of team that, number one, can't really afford to the injuries that they got right now, and number two, they're not the type of team that should be overlooking us. It's not like they're great.
That movie, man.
So if they're over there being all comfortable, hey.
Every time I walk past a flock of ravens, is because of that movie, The Birds, man. I get nervous and queasy, man. I'm like, sooner or later they're gonna attack me, man. It's bound to happen. A flock of ravens is gonna attack me, like in that movie. Quote the wave and nevermore, right? That movie, man, got me freaked out still to this day, man.
Man, I
can't
crows.
walk past a flock of seagulls.
What about crows?
No more, man. Yeah. Seagulls that way too. Whenever I'm by a bunch of seagulls, the same thing. I think about that movie, man, every single time, like clockwork. I'm like,
and what's funny is
gonna happen. They're gonna attack me.
A bunch of crows together is not a flock; it's a murder, right?
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Yeah, murder of crows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The murder of crows.
Murder, she wrote. She was writing about ravens. I get it.
the from the TV show Angela Lansbury. My history teacher looked exactly like her. Her name was Miss Pirog. She looked exactly like Angela Lansbury. No joke, man. Full stop.
Right.
They're like carbon copy of her.
AB says whatever movie Benny Hill was in. That would be about right.
Yeah. Down Benny Hill. They used to come on like at 10:30 before Three Stooges.
Yeah, and all they did was speed up to 1.5 speed. You know what I mean? It's like whenever they play the song, and all the naked girls were running around.
Mm-hmm. Hey, listen, all I know is look.
I mean, if you think about it, when our offense is on its game, that's kind of what we look like 1.5 speed,
Yeah.
All I know is listen. If we lose tomorrow, and somebody takes victory laps, you're just as bad as the Tua haters.
Oh yeah.
And you know what?
I know.
And the thing, and that's the other thing is like,
Exactly.
they put it on people that are not Tua haters as well. That's what bothers me so much. It's like I don't recall myself ever taking a victory lap when we lost.
I know.
I don't care who's been our quarterback.
Yeah,
I know.
That shit ruins my week.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what?
Right. We got to
For
deal
somebody
with
to
we got to go
then
meet the
turn
press,
around
fella.
and,
No, we
and
have to meet the press.
and for somebody to then turn around and accuse me of the things that the Pete's of the world do, I'm sorry, it bugs me, man. It just gets to me. I know I shouldn't let shit get to me, but I guess.
Well, Rodney Dangerfield, Raphael, was another one. He was a classic
I'm
actor.
telling everybody how to push my
pretty
button
good.
and shake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rodney Dangerfield. Unless you want money.
Move.
Well, it was kind of like the way I look at it is like,
I
for
like
instance,
Rodney Dangerfield.
Can you imagine if you're a prize fighter? Oh man, by the way, my ribs are sore. And if you punch me right here, you're gonna knock me out. So don't do it.
Yeah, I know. I
And
do it. I'm a glutton for punishment, Shake. You know me.
Hey man,
Hmm.
I like a little punishment too, but I gotta take that. But
sometimes I think you hang up, or leave a conversation with me thinking, God damn, that color is a glutton for punishment.
Hey man.
Wait a minute. He says everyone that seen Bigfoot up close didn't own a cell phone. Only people that spot them from long distance have cameras.
Right, exactly. From the 70s, right? From the 70s.
Yeah.
Right. They spot them from long distance. I'm like, wait a minute. Why didn't you get up close to Bigfoot?
Tyreek
Hill.
I
tell you what, I saw Bigfoot 3 days ago.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill can't get pulled over by a cop without 500 cameras filming it. You know what I mean? It's like, but we can't get Bigfoot.
I know. Don't worry, Cutter. I got exclusive footage of Bigfoot.
Right.
I had a sit-down interview with them a couple of days ago.
We burned down 3/4 of the rainforest, but we can't burn down a forest in New York to find out if there's Bigfoot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, we got a special guest in the building.
Nessie is down there though.
We don't have an avatar blitz pickup. Which one is it?
Right.
No, shit. I guess because I'm in Seattle, they don't give me the avatar. So.
Well, sometimes the avatar
he's coming out there.
Sometimes the avatars don't show on.
It's still early for you, man. It's like 10:30 out there, man.
Hey, Crypto, it's actually 10:33. It's never been.
Oh, you're out west. You're out west, Tony.
All right.
Tony, you're out west.
Yeah, I'm in Seattle right now.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's in Seattle.
Right on.
Now.
Yeah, man.
Took that flight, man, like 6 hours.
How's it feel repeating 3 hours of the same day?
Right, the repeating the 3 hours. It's kind of crazy because I'm here and it's 10:30 and I'm like, man, I feel like I had a full day already.
You're like, damn, I'm ready to go to bed.
I still got 2.5 more hours to go before I complete a full day, but no,
it'll be 1 o'clock is game time for you out there, right? 1:30 game time.
Yeah, so tomorrow I have to get up at 7 o'clock. So for y'all, it's like what 9 hours from where y'all at, and then so I got to get up, go watch the early games at 10 o'clock.
At 10, right? I'm going to say, damn.
All right, that's going to be an experience. I only went an hour back when I was living in St. Louis, and that was weird enough for them to start at noon.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah,
so,
back when I was in Vegas, real quick. Back when I was in Vegas, it was a Saturday, and they were doing preseason games, and I was like, I was going through the TV. It's like 10:30. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, is this a replay? No, it's live. I'm like, why the hell do they have 10 games at 10:30 in the morning?
So Tony,
right.
So Tony, it's going to be like, Tony, it's going to be like a bunch of London games on, basically.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I like watching London games.
Yeah, so when we planning a trip for tomorrow, not the trip, but we planning the day out for tomorrow. They were like, yeah, so we gonna meet at 8:30 in the morning, and we'll eat breakfast, and then we'll go out tailgating. And I'm like,
right,
all right, cool. What time the gate? The gate, and this is crazy. because the gates don't open until 10 o'clock.
Wow.
I'm like, why
So
the
they gonna
fuck
make
would you
y'all
open the gates at 10
right.
o'clock when the game is at 1? So for what I've
That's
learned
crazy.
is,
You got time to get your seat
yeah. So what I've learned is
from the
they
park?
only have
Okay.
so to tailgate at the stadium, you can only be seated ticket holder. Everyone else tailgate at bars and people houses. So I'm like, oh, so yeah,
Damn.
yeah. So
They
now,
really control
Hey,
the
hey,
which
would this
fan
include
base. Damn.
season ticket holders with gray parking?
for what parking? What'd you say for what parking?
No, I'm joking. I said, would this include season ticket holders with gray parking?
Oh, gray parking. Yeah, no, gray parking. You out of luck. if you take
Yeah.
if you think you got gray holder, no sir. So it's like one
Mm-hmm.
parking for the season ticket holder. So
Season
they give them
ticket.
like
Okay.
only 2 hours of tailgating because
To do the tailgate.
the gate open at 12.
By the way, do they call
How
it gray
much?
parking because you need to take a Greyhound to get to the stadium?
Pretty much, bro.
No, so
Mm,
actually the hotel. I'm in the courtyard, the Marriott courtyard. So,
okay.
bro,
I'm gonna say
so
how close are you to the stadium?
uh uh walking distance is 15 minutes.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
cool.
not bad.
Yeah.
That's what my hotel is in Houston from the
Probably want to do that.
NRG Stadium.
So
That's how
so
I'm literally 2 miles away from the stadium.
yeah, so I'll give you this caveat, right? You either technically where I'm at, you either walk 15 minutes or
Hmm.
you pay a $45 Uber. you
Wow.
Mm.
you pick the one you want to do.
Dude, it probably ain't a bad
Okay.
walk. It's probably like 15
It's
minutes
Yeah,
the
ain't nothing,
it's the
bro.
exactly.
easiest walk in history. Like
Right.
literally the easiest walk.
You got to deal with cars and
That
traffic and none
yeah.
of that
That's
shit.
Yeah,
basically the
none of that.
same, almost same distance as my Houston trip.
So what
It's
so I'm
kind of
like,
like, hey,
About
you
five
know
to
what?
ten
That's
minutes.
about how
I'm
long it
literally
takes you to
across the
get
street.
from gray parking to Hard Rock, bro.
right. So I'm like, why is it so cheap to walk
Hmm.
when you can walk for free? And why they charge so much? So that's when a Seattle native, and they was like, well, because it usually rains in Seattle. So
Oh yeah.
technically it's usually raining at that time.
Well,
So
they ain't
she was
never heard of
Yeah,
umbrellas.
it's very raining.
so she was like, well, that's right. I don't know if they never heard of umbrella. So she was like,
Mm.
you're lucky because you're here one of the only weekends that it's not actually raining on the weekend. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'll take that 15-minute walk. So
Hmm. Right.
just so y'all know, so cause we were supposed to come out, me, Alex, John, and all the people, they overbooked their flight. So Alex and John is not here. I'm technically here by myself. Bro, this hotel is $512 for one night.
Jesus.
Oh, damn.
And I just
You
checked
must
in
be in
right
the prime stop. Where you downtown? Where the stadium at?
Yeah, I'm downtown. Yeah, the
Oh, okay, I
downtown.
forget. All right, there you gotta be downtown. If it's that much, brother, God,
Yeah, the courtyard.
So
you've been there off to come from the airport.
The Marriott courtyard. So I'm literally
Oh,
right
Marriott.
here.
Oh, yeah, the courtyard straight. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm walking. I can walk to the stadium, which is the 15
Hmm.
minutes that everybody walk. And
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, you literally took. So it took me, just so y'all know, before I got here,
Hmm.
right? I mean, no complaining because I'm here. It's my team. This is what the fuck I got to do. It was $72 from the airport to the bar that I went to, which is,
Hmm.
I guess 10 minutes
From the
from,
airport, you said.
yeah, from the airport. So it was $72 to lift from the airport, a 20-minute drive to the bar that I was at. They charged me
Hmm.
$72, whatever.
damn.
So I'm like,
Ooh,
fuck,
that's
nigga,
the
in Miami,
airport
that's
ride.
a
Ooh,
in Miami,
yeah.
that's a $28 fucking drive. $28,
That
I'm
was my
good.
Fort Lauderdale airport from Miami airport to Fort Lauderdale was about 50 something dollars
So
to go from
right,
there. Yeah, when
but
I
from
did that.
my house to Fort Lauderdale, it literally because they charge you extra
Hmm.
the airport, bro. It was $32. $32
Hmm.
from my house to the airport. So I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, cool. That's the airport fees. But when I get here in Seattle to go to a fucking bar which is literally 20 minutes down the fucking block, it was $72.
Wow.
So I'm like, what the fuck? I said, okay, cool. I'll pay for that. And then I'm like, all right, I'm at the bar. Bro, I had 2 old fashions and 2 IPA drinks. That shit was $96 plus tax.
Oh my God.
I
Damn.
said, God damn. And I said, okay, cool, fuck it. I'm here, I'm having a good time. I come to the Marriott because they have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I do my book. You can't even book with them. You got to go book online. So you go sit at a laptop, a computer, a desktop, and then I get my fucking, I book it and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nigga, $512?
Damn.
Bro, I'm
And
damn
that's
near
the closest one to the
$1,000 in fucking 4
that
hours.
God damn.
Tony's like, I got to pull out the third cell phone for this account, man.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Damn.
God damn. I'm like, bro.
You got to start racking up them hotel stay miles now on them cards.
Right. So
that's the only way to get out around that.
Well, so Alex have all of that. So we were supposed to book which is why we didn't book the hotel prior to getting here because he have his points, his membership, and everything. So we're like, no, we'll get out there. We'll go to whichever, the Marriott or whatever. And I got points. I got free days, so we'll get 2 days, whatever. We fine. But so with them, they overbooked his flight, so he wasn't able to come. So he was like, bro, just go home. I'm like, bro, I'm not going home. I'm not canceling a Seattle trip because, my bucket list is to visit every NFL stadium.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm not going to cancel a Seattle trip, which, the next time I have a possibility of coming.
It's 8 years. You're like 2030.
Is it 8 or 4? You know what I'm saying? So, Crystal, you understand?
Right.
I'm like, I'm not giving that shit up. I already gave, we already gave up the fucking Green Bay trip because
the Green Bay one, right?
Well,
I'm like, bro, I'm not.
Well, you're setting the tone for the team. I hope you know that, Tony. So
So if them motherfuckers, and I don't care if they lose or win, but if they don't put up a fight, I'm gonna be highly fucking upset.
That's gonna be a long flight back. That's a long trip back.
Hell yeah.
That's the longest fight in NFL between 2 cities.
Tony's
so you got.
I'll get on there. I'll get on there. I'll get on the team's flight myself and fire that motherfucker.
Oh God, I'm like, bro,
that is the longest flight you ever gonna take.
And this is the shit that we talk about. You feel me? Like as friends, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys here at T.F.T.G the family, right? And us at the Bliss Pickup, like, we're not just talking and giving our point of views from people that just like, oh, I watch it. No, we actually put in work, bro.
Right.
To go to these games. Like, I know Color, I know Color comes from up there. And he just sees it. So he comes there. When Shake Money comes from up there, bro, we have to drive 45 to an hour fucking minutes every game.
Tony, you know how it feels?
I have to every game is a road game for me.
I don't think you head north, Tony, but just to say, you know how it feels to stop at Pompano Beach Service Plaza after a game and see nothing but a line of Patriot fans out the door to get their Dunkin' Donuts. And go in the bathroom, and the bathroom is full of nothing but number 12 jerseys, bro.
And celebrating their victory while we got a home.
Yep.
We have to go home. And
at my goddamn Turnpike Service Plaza. You know what I mean?
So it's like, bro, so I just hope this, and this is why I want to come on the platform. I hope the listeners understand, bro, we're not just coming from regular people that just talking shit. No, we literally put in money, time, effort, and we go through hardships to support this fucking team. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, bro, I could have easily said, you know what? Fuck it. They cancel y'all flight. I'm going home. I'm not gonna make it. No, not only did I have to fucking make this trip, right? I had to pay $72 to get to my fucking spot, and I had to pay $512 just to get a hotel room for the day.
Just
You
get it
know what I'm saying?
ready.
To
Yeah.
So
go to
Just
the
to
any
get
game.
put in the door.
any plans to live stream from the Chaz zone?
No, well, yes, it was
Hmm.
initially. So it was initially to
Hmm.
live stream from the game at the beginning, but
Yeah.
because Alex, he had what happened to him. I
Hmm.
said we're not gonna live stream beginning, let you get over it. We'll live stream after, so we'll do a post. So we are
Y'all
gonna
can
do a
still be in
post
a
game.
parking lot and do what you call, right?
Yeah, so whether win, lose, or draw, I'll do a post game with them to give them my live view from the stadium, and
Right on.
Okay.
me, Lewis and Alex would be at their house, and we'll
Running
do a
running the
post.
stream yard. Right, right.
No,
Running the train. Okay.
just to give them that opportunity.
Right, that's
But
kind of what that's kind of what I do for Cap on Sundays too when I'm at Hard Rock. Like, hey, yo, this is what the atmosphere is like. You know what I mean?
Right.
right,
Uh, in your case, you have something to report if there's a billion Dolphin fans in the stadium. 'Cause we had
so
Right.
you remember Tony, you remember that one guy Deuce Goose, John from Seattle, right? Big Skylar Near.
yeah, right.
Well, he came up and
Yeah,
he lives in Seattle, and he was
he
saying
lives out there.
that a lot of those fans, man, are checking out on this game because they think they got it in the bag and they're selling their tickets off. He says there's a huge
He said they've been selling
resale
their
market
tickets.
right now for their
So they
tickets for
treating
those
that like the
games.
Buffalo game, what our fans did with the Buffalo game
The
last year.
12th man might be checking out for tomorrow.
No more 12th man.
Might be
But
interesting to monitor that when you get to the
I
stadium. You
think
know what I mean?
the Commanders did it when I was here last year. They were selling Dolphin fans their tickets. They checked out the season. They was already checked out.
So when you say check
They
out,
was they was
you mean
focused
that
on the getting
Seattle
that
said
draft
they
pick.
already won the game?
Yeah, they think they got it in the bag.
Well, in that sense, they think they won him. But the Commanders game last year, they knew that the season was over, so they was selling their tickets no matter what.
So what I could tell you is from here, actually in the state of Washington State, no, they are as nervous as we are because this is the first time since Russell Wilson rookie season that they've been 2-0,
Hmm.
if I'm not
Right, since his
mistaken,
rookie
right?
season. Yeah,
So
Pete
it's a lot of
Carroll. Yeah, he
pressure
has
for
his
them
rookie
And
to
day.
Tony, they're also facing a lot of different
Yeah,
trap angles.
right.
The
So
unknown quarterback. You know what I mean?
yep.
A
yeah,
few
so
other
that's the
things.
perfect thing to describe them. It's like they know nothing about Skylar Thompson. Like we know as a
Right, they're
team,
coming in dark.
and we
Right,
understand by seeing him in training camp and stuff like that. But
right.
which is a great point of view from someone that's here. Yo, y'all'll be surprised how they don't know how bad he 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 performed in training camp. Like us as season ticket holders,
Right, right.
they're literally
They don't
nervous up
know.
here
They nervous.
because
Yeah, they don't know at all.
they don't
They're in the dark.
understand
It's the biggest
what to
unknown. They
expect.
like it's a trap game. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
Oh
they don't know
man.
what to expect. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
they
we're the
like,
don't
trap
know.
game,
They're
damn it. We're
totally
the
in the
trap
dark.
game.
Yep.
oh shit, this is a very great different point of view because we understand
Fans are nervous.
our
They
fan
feel
base,
like we feel going into if we
right?
was
Our
going to
fan base is
what you call it, at
is
home against the Titans or something.
right. So our
Yeah.
fan base is like the season's over. It's Skylar Thompson. We lost already. But their fan base is like, oh shit, we don't know what to expect from Skylar Thompson. We know
Hmm.
what Tua is, but we don't know what Skylar Thompson is. Oh, is he a runner? Is he a scrambler? Is he
Yeah.
this? They're more nervous than we are.
They also know that
Did the
they also know that all it takes is Skylar Thompson to be competent enough to get the ball in number 10 and number
Right.
17's hands. You know what I mean?
And one thing that I realized is, and it's a big eye opener, which I understood this, but a lot of people don't. Those people remember Scotty Thompson versus Buffalo. They understand.
yeah.
You know
They
how?
think about
Would
that
you
game.
know? Would y'all know how many fan base? And they said Gesicki dropped the ball in the third down. Waddle dropped 2 touchdowns, and Tyreek dropped a touchdown.
Well,
They
no,
won this, bro.
I'll challenge them on that. Tyreek dropped a clear first down in the breadbasket that killed our drive on that.
Right. They
our second
understand
drive
this
of the
as a
game.
fan base. So it's very eye-opening how educated this fan base is.
They just listen to me, bro. They hear me talking up that Buffalo game.
They're very aware, man.
Like you would be surprised that the guy and it's because I'm here with because Kelvin is here, right? Also with his dad, and French is here as well. So we always at a bar with a bunch of and you know what? I'll give you another caveat, bro. That bar was 90% Dolphin and fans. I just enjoyed. I'm home now at the hotel, right? But I just came from a bar with 90% fans watching the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In Seattle?
Nice.
In Seattle,
bro.
Damn.
In fucking Seattle.
So you got enclaves of Dolphin fans in different cities.
Don't forget.
It's like that in Philly too.
That Mario Cristobal just came from Oregon, which is right down the road from there. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, so when we at the club,
all
right?
there hanging out, man.
Yeah, so we at the bar. I call it a club, but it's a bar. So we at the bar, right? And the game is on. At the same time, the Washington game is on, Washington State game. And halftime is when all the Washington, the coaches. So up there, so y'all looking at the game up there, but when you watch it here, it's already done. You get me? Because so they start coming in, and we watching the game because that game is done, and they start coming in, and bro, honestly, with every fan, bro, there's coaches on the fucking Washington coaching staff that are fans. Pulling up to the bar. Like, yo.
Love it.
What you were saying, Coach?
Oh, I just said love it, man. I love it.
Yeah. So this dude has on the full-blown Washington fucking uniform. And he's a fan. And he walks up to our table and is like, oh, y'all fan? We're like, yeah, we fan. What? Bro, guess what he does? He does the fucking CANES Canes. He starts the fucking chat.
Damn.
And I'm like, yeah, damn, I didn't know it was that.
Wow, was he ex?
He's hitting that transfer portal, man.
No. He literally is a coach on the Washington football coaching staff. He has on a collar shirt, a Washington
went
football.
there.
He's there with his assistant coaches, and his wife's brother is a fan.
All right.
So he walks up to us and he say, yeah, y'all, yeah. He said, oh, and he starts a chat. And then after he was like, yeah, this is my wife and this is her brother. He's a fan. So, and I'm like, damn, you a smart guy, smart man. He was like, I don't know if I'm smart, but I understand how to keep my house happy. And I'm like, fuck, damn, we got fucking fans in the state of fucking Washington, bro. Do you understand the ramifications?
They travel well.
Of fucking recruiting.
Yep, we travel well.
And I'm like, damn, this is.
That's why I was welcoming Shake Money into the fold, man. You know,
so,
trying to get him on. We got him on board, man. Finally got Shake Money on board.
Yeah, so you can ask Kelvin.
Proud moment.
Remember, Kelvin is he's an a USC fan. He the one said, hey, yo, when you get here, come to this bar. It's called Buckley's. He said, come to Buckley's. It's right by that what's that monument in Washington State? That big that they like
Washington?
Huh?
The Washington Monument?
No, that's in DC.
A spaceship shit.
Yeah, the Space Needle. The needle? The needle?
The needle, yeah, the needle.
The needle, yes. So this bar you could see the needle from this bar. That needle is like 15 minutes from this bar. So when I'm coming from the hotel, my Uber job it's like, oh, you going to the needle? I'm like, no, I'm going to a bar called Buckley's. He was like, oh, that's a bar. He said, oh, you can see the needle from there. And I'm like, what the fuck is the needle? And he was like, oh, let me show you.
That's what they used to do all the heroin.
Oh, damn.
God damn.
So
he shows me that.
You only get that on late night.
Yeah.
T.F.T.G, by the way.
It's literally right. So everything.
Yeah.
So let me tell you how this bar is set up. The bar is set up, right? You go in the bar, but outside the bar, you can rent these scooters to go to the needle and be a tourist there. And then you bring the scooters back to the bar. So I'm like, oh shit. So we like in the middle of everything. So I walk out and because to my surprise, it's like 80% fucking UM fans. And half of them got on Dolphin gear. So we outside and we talking or whatever. And the dude was like, yo, where y'all, are y'all from Miami? I'm like, yeah, I'm from Miami. He was like, oh, I'm from West Palm. And then he was like, we're about to go to the needle. And I'm like, you talking
That's
about
probably Tonk, bro. That's probably Tonk.
Was it?
From
From
TMI Tuesday, bro.
I met Tonk before. I met him before. No, these dudes are they're from Kendall. Yeah, so he was like, yeah, I'm from Kendall. And his two buddies, they from Kendall and they had their little girls with them. So they was like, oh yeah, we're from Kendall. And they jumped on the fucking scooters and they went to the needle. And I'm like, oh shit. So this is what the tourists do. They come here and they go to the needle because it's literally right here. And instead of paying $50 for a Uber, you pay $22 and you can rent the fucking scooter for the whole day.
Right.
And you go to the needle and over. I'm like, oh, okay, so that's really smart of the bar to put that outside of there.
Now you can easily see how that would never work in Miami, right? You'd have people out there hacking into them things, have them all taken apart, hooded out. You know what I mean, Tony? That would never work in Miami, man.
And another convenience of having the scooters is the locals know who to rob.
Right. Exactly.
Oh shit! But listen, I didn't know this either. You could literally, because you could rent it for the day.
Well, they got them all over here in DC. They don't have no issues with the ride and goes.
Like Tony, I'm surprised them boys from Kendall didn't already take over the whole racket and like already have control of the whole rack of bikes. You know what I mean?
Well, technically they did because it was only
carnal and want to do that.
There was only 5 bikes, and it was 7 of them. So,
right.
So they technically, Color, to your point, they took all of the fucking bikes. They took them all. But they're like,
some of them scooters won't ride if you ain't got the code to activate them.
Well, no,
they won't go nowhere.
Yeah, all of them you gotta have a code for it. But what I'm saying is, you'll rather pay the $22 for the day to rent the scooter than the $50 just to go from the bar to the fucking needle. You get me?
Yeah.
Right. So it makes more sense to do that.
They got security things on them where it won't move if you ain't paid for them.
Yeah. So where you guys sitting at, by the way?
And they heavy as hell to push you out.
I'm in section 101, which is the same section as it's like right over the tunnel. But I don't know for a fact if it's the tunnel that the Dolphins come out or the Seattle Seahawks come out. So I'll figure that out tomorrow when they actually come out the tunnel. But I know Kelvin. Kelvin is 6 rows. So I'm 101, they're 106. So they're 5 rows away from me. Probably like on the 20-yard line. I'm end zone. I like being over the tunnel. So I'm end zone. They're 106, 20-yard line. And then French, I believe French is on the opposite end zone from where I am with his friend. Okay. He has a friend that's
on a lower level.
Yeah, he has a friend from that lives here in Seattle. So He's actually a fan, but he's a Seattle fan. So, it worked out for today. But tomorrow we're enemies. I already told him we're enemies tomorrow, bro. So, but actually, I forget who told me, but this is actually a dope ass fucking city, bro. It's nice. Uh, at 8 o'clock, all games were done. So when it's 10, 11 o'clock, and y'all
Yeah,
just
even the evening games, yeah. 'Cause
right.
it's 4
So
here and it's afternoon there. So yep.
so
Even the Monday night games are wrapped up
at seven
at that
forty
time.
five, the game was done at 7:45. And I was like, God damn, it didn't start until 7 o'clock for you guys. You feel me? And I'm like, at
Yeah.
7:45 here, that shit is completely done.
Right. You can go straight to the nightclubs at that point. And all football
Right.
games are done. You can just leave the game and go straight to dinner at night or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
So
All the
always
sporting
being
events are wrapped
it's
up.
like always
West
being on
Coast
the
time is
button at the
there.
poker table. You get to see the whole country do everything it's gonna do for the day before you, you make your moves. You know what I mean?
right. That's actually good fucking advantage that they have.
Yeah.
And and
Right.
and,
The
and
West Coast
also,
time is definitely has an advantage.
yeah, so also like it's 7:45 and they're like, hey, listen, the game is at 1 o'clock tomorrow. The gates open at 10 o'clock. What do y'all want to do? Y'all want to go out? Bro, they gave me a fucking actually dope story that happened to them, Kelvin and French. So
Hmm.
they get here and Kelvin know one of the DJs from here. So the DJ was like, yo, I'm gonna introduce you to this party. This place here, which is a pool hall called Strike, something Strike, right? And it's a
Hmm.
pool hall, but it turned to a club at night.
Okay.
So French is there, and French is kind of tall, right? The security think French is one of the Dolphin players. So he
Oh
take
damn.
yes. So he said, oh no,
He
y'all wait
just
here.
waves them in.
So he
Like,
take
okay.
French, yeah. So he take
VIP.
French.
VIP.
Right. Now they go to this secret. So it's a club here, but it's a room in the back. So they go
Hmm.
to the room in the back, right? And they see Jaden Waddle, they see Jaden Ramsey, they see Emmanuel Ogba, they see the Dolphin players here in this fucking
Hmm.
thing. But he's
Damn.
like, everyone is looking at them like, what the fuck are y'all doing? And who are y'all? And
Mm.
I'm like, so they asked them. So they did. So one of the dudes, he was like, the dude from Seattle, he's like, fuck it. They went to the bar and they ordered like 3 shots. He was like, you know what? Let me
Hmm.
get 4 shots. I'm sorry, 4 shots. And they obviously they take the order, but
Right.
mind you, fucking Jalen Ramsey, which I'm like, maybe he's the one that paid for this venue.
Right.
He calls the security on them motherfuckers and tell them to get them out there. So security calls and it's like, yo, what, like, who are y'all? Blah, blah, blah. So basically, they thought French was Emmanuel Ogba, but he wasn't. So they took
Hmm.
them to the back in the Dolphins fucking private party that they were having back there.
Wow, this was tonight or
Yeah.
last night?
Tonight, last night,
Tonight?
Friday.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck. Oh, I was
Friday.
gonna say, man. Oh.
Friday night. Okay.
So you like me, color. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing out this time of night on a fucking game night?
During the
And he's
game,
like,
like prior to the game, yeah.
and they're like, no, bro, it was yesterday.
Yesterday,
And
yeah.
I'm
I'm
like,
gonna say,
what?
damn.
So I'm like, nah,
I
that
see
can't be
Thursday or
right.
yesterday, but damn, not tonight. Damn.
So French
Well,
pulls
coming
out
into
his,
town, holy shit.
yeah, so
Yeah, I'm
French
like,
pulls,
Jesus, goddamn, what the fuck
yeah,
going
so
on?
right. So French pulls out his phone and he was like, just so you don't think we're just telling you this, he shows me a video and you see fucking Jalen Waddle with a fucking chicken wing in his mouth dancing on the dance floor by himself, like just having a good time. And I'm like,
Wow.
oh shit.
Damn.
Wow.
So he's like, yeah, bro, this fucking
He was out
shit.
and about.
You should totally leak
Damn.
that, bro. That's
That
I
was
totally
out and
wish I
about, man.
uncontrolled.
no, he say he's not going to do it because of the players and stuff like that. So, but I was like,
Yeah.
I get it. But I'm like, if that was me and I had that video, oh, that shit is going
that's
online.
totally uncontrolled, Tony.
That's
That's
right
not,
there.
you know what I mean? There's no
Right.
there's no NDA associated with that
Well,
video, bro.
technically there was an NDA, so you had to sign a paper to get back there.
Oh,
But
okay.
because they thought he was Emmanuel Alba,
Right.
he didn't fit the criteria to have to sign that, right? So that's how they ended up back there. But they obviously they kicked him out. Once they got ready, they kicked all of them
That's
out.
when you go get a burner phone and you pick up one of the crackheads on the street and you be like, hey, can you upload this video for me?
Right.
Hey.
And they actually canceled their drink because, like, remember I said the dude ordered 3 shots from the bar, but they canceled the drinks and kicked them out. And I'm like, fuck that. I'm releasing that video. I'm not keeping that video. Fuck that.
I'd have been like, can you still let me buy them drinks? I mean, shit, I'm willing to
So
pay for them.
the problem was, you know how you have your private parties and stuff like that. So apparently, based on what they was telling me, that I did see. Well, I did see a couple things on camera, so I can verify a couple things. They had a couple of what you would call snow bunnies that was there for their entertainment. So that's why it was a big deal. Like, yo, who the fuck is these players back here? Who are these people back here in a private event that only, is invite only, which is technically
maybe they're not as soft as we thought they were. Huh?
Exactly. So I'm like, wow. I'm like, this is on a Friday night. They like, yes, on a Friday night. So when he showed me the video, I'm like, oh shit. Once I saw the video, I said, okay, this is why they didn't want you back there. Because you're seeing more than what you're supposed to see. So that's a fun fact that I wanted to give y'all. So everything wasn't
I mean, I'd have been worried if you'd have told me he saw Justin Bieber there. I'd have been like, oh shit.
Yeah. That would have been a problem. That would have been like, what's going on here? But
what you call it?
So they still, because I know everybody was in an uproar about them going to Disney on Ice or whatever after the game. So that's another insight of, players being just regular people having a good time 2 days before, the actual game. Obviously, if this was tonight, it would have been.
I think they did that in Germany too, a couple of days before the game.
Yeah.
I don't know how close to the actual game time it was, because the game was in the afternoon there, morning here.
That's a good thing, Crypto, right? So now when you think about the Germany game, did you see how soon we went to Germany? And now you understand why what's his name? Fuck.
Mostert.
No, the coach.
McDaniel.
No, for Kansas City.
Oh, Reed? They didn't go too late. They showed up like the day before.
Reed don't go
Theirs was late. Yeah, he don't go early at all.
Before.
Right, yeah. Andy Reid showed up real late, yeah.
Yeah, when you have intel like this, see, normal people like us, we don't have intel of what literally goes down. You can have the channel, the channel Crowder give you his stories, right? But being fans and was mistakenly identified as a player, you actually see, well, this is why Andy Reid does this, because this is the next level of coaching. I'm not taking you there 2-3 days earlier so you can go enjoy the state and enjoy the city. I'm taking you the day before, because only thing you have time to do is take your ass to bed and wake up early in the morning for the fucking film session.
Yeah.
Now you understand a little bit more why. Because we like, oh, they're going to be tired. They're going to be this. No, these motherfuckers are here early, And clearly they're not tired because they're out partying on a Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, you're tired. You can't even get in the film session. You're not paying attention to the film session.
at all,
What's likely you paying attention to the film session? You've been out all night.
out all night. So there you go.
There's no chance of that one.
So that's another insight of and clearly it had to be a Jalen Ramsey party because he was the one that was
Right.
he was the one that was the most adamant of, yo, who are these
Right.
people and why the fuck are they in a private event? You know,
Oh,
I
so you
didn't know.
think he
Yeah,
had some say? Okay. What
right.
about remember I was gonna ask you because you know what's his name from there, right? Who was that NBA player who just got traded to the Spurs? Damn,
To the
DeJounte
Spurs.
Murray. You know
Oh,
Murray's from there.
yeah, right,
I
yeah.
would say because he goes to a lot of Seahawks games because that's where he's from. But was I was gonna say, did anybody spotted any of those NBA players like him around?
No. So far in the video, the only thing I can see is Ramsey, Jaden
Okay,
Waddle, and Emmanuel Alba.
Agba. Okay,
Yeah, those only
yeah,
people.
because whenever they have events like that, they be inviting all they professional sports guys across the leagues like NBA, baseball, hockey. They grab them all up.
Yeah, no, that was the only notice of people that I could spot on the video. But hey,
Oh,
listen,
okay.
so they have to win. Skyler, we don't have. This is a I'm glad. Crypto, what do you think? Yo, this is a telltale right sign of what kind of coach Mike McDaniel will be, right?
Yeah,
Because you can't just only win with Tua, right? Like you got to
yeah,
understand how to use everyone on your roster. You kept him on his roster. You
right,
decided to not move on from him.
Oh,
So
I'm glad you're bringing that
right,
up, Tony. Finish up, but I gotta chop it up with you about
right.
something in
no,
particular
go ahead, because
along
I
those
just
lines.
wanted to know he should be able to use
McDaniels
Skyler Thompson's strengths,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
right?
to
And
his
no
advantage.
excuses.
Exactly. No excuses. Right.
So that's what
Sorry,
I
I was finishing up a cough. But Tony, did you happen to catch McDaniel's presser yesterday?
no, I didn't. I haven't.
First of all, okay, uh, put Mike McDaniel aside for a second. Our beat writers, dude, or whoever is in the room asking questions, right? They had the nerve to ask this man if he had seen what happened with the Giants and if he has a contingency plan in case something like that happened to us. In other words, if we lose our kicker.
Yeah, kicker. Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, wow, out of all the questions with everything
Right.
going on this week,
Right.
man, holy shit,
Kicker.
that was the first one on my mind, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
And secondly, McDaniel's answer,
Same question.
he goes on to say, first of all, that's a 1% extreme. But in fact, we do plan for even the 1% extremes, even though it's a 1% extreme. In other words, he went on to say that our contingency plan for losing Jason Sanders is that Jake Bailey happens to be, newsflash, dual role and can place kick.
Oh, so he can place kick and kick field goals.
Right. So first of all, this is news to us. Okay. Secondly, it could actually allude to another reason they keep Bailey around. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Besides being a better holder for Sanders, however, I'm thinking, well, great, that 1% extreme, we have an answer for. We have a contingency for. Lovely, Mike McDaniel. Great. Now, Tony, real quick before I get back to Mike McDaniel, what would you estimate? And you can be conservative if you want. You can be liberal in your number. But what percentage do you think that we could expect this year going into the season, even with Tua finishing a full 17-game season? what percentage in your mind did you have of the possibility of Tua getting injured again, concussion mainly?
Oh, you talk about
after a
before
return?
Before the season started. Before the season started, what would you put your percentage at in your head fairly of the possibility of that happening at any time, really?
So it would have been around 80 to 85%.
Wow, that high, huh? See, actually, Alex.
Well, because so if you go back to
avoiding last year,
so when you go back to my takes on the contract situation, right? I was one of the ones that said no, I need him to play on the 5th-year option.
Fair enough.
Yes.
So
and that was one of your biggest reasons was the
right. So my reason was
right.
I don't believe he was going to go 2 straight years without getting or sustaining a significant hit.
Right.
So that's why I was at 80-85%.
And you know what? Alex Renee Diaz said 70%. So, you didn't even really have to explain yourself, but thank you for reminding us that why you would, why you would think it was that high.
Yeah.
Because even if you would have said 20%, let's just say, okay, Mike McDaniel has planned for a contingency of a 1% possibility being that our kicker goes down.
Yeah.
Yet we have Skylar Thompson starting this week as our backup for Tua.
Which is something that needs to be, and I'm glad you brought that out, right? That's something that needs to be addressed, acknowledged, and for the fan base to not overlook the lack of preparation for the inevitable. Because for me, it was 80% for me, which means it's inevitable that Tua would eventually get hit.
But you would agree that even at 20%, right,
there should be a contingency plan.
That if you're planning the contingency for the 1%, you'd think, okay, you'd plan for the 20%, right?
Right, exactly. Yes.
And here's the thing, though. In his mind, he may have done that. He really, truly may believe in Skylar.
And that's not a problem.
I don't think that necessarily has occurred to anybody. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. So if you're a true fan, right, and you're not just conspiracy theories, or you're not just a person that hates Skylar Thompson, or a person that hates Tua, or a person that just love Tua and think he can't do no fucking wrong, right? Or just a person that loves Skylar Thompson and feel like he's better than Tua. If you're a true Dolphin fan, right, you would say, I will have to trust my coaching staff and say, if they trust in Skylar Thompson, then why shouldn't I?
That's a great question. Along with the fact that, look, it may not even be that Mike McDaniel believes in Skylar, like he says.
Right.
But if you have put in him as the contingency, then you must have a contingency to that, right? And I'm guessing that his contingency to that would be his own mind and his own belief in himself.
Yes, to be able to
call up system, call a scheme, whatever he does. Right. You're following me. Right.
Yes.
So would that not put the onus on him? In other words, let's say Skylar throws the ball hits our receiver's hands and it falls to the ground. And whatever has to be done to overcome those things, even if Skylar's playing bad, he can still hand the ball off, right?
Yes.
So again, we have to we can say, okay, Skylar had his chance. It was too terrible. He's done, or it was acceptable enough. Let's keep riding with him. Or we could say, holy shit, where'd Skylar come from? Either case, if it's to the negative, we have to say, McDaniel, this is the contingency you had for, in your opinion, an 80% possibility that our number one quarterback would have gotten injured.
Right. So to that point, right? This game is more about Mike McDaniel than it is about any other.
That's exactly what I'm trying to illustrate. Exactly, bro.
Right. Yeah. And I agree with that sentiment because
and even if you just believe it's just about that decision alone and not him calling games this weekend, you know what I mean? Or calling the plays. Right. If you just believe for that decision alone to not have already somebody, like obviously there's guys that are better than Skyler that were available, and there's guys that were better than Skyler that actually know this system that were available. Jimmy Garoppolo comes to mind. You know what I mean? 45-20 career record and a 4-2 playoff record. People may not like Jimmy. They may see him for his faults, which he has many. But when we talk about other guys and playoff records get brought up and all this other stuff, I don't see how Mike McDaniel wouldn't be held responsible for Skylar Thompson being our contingency if he doesn't have something to believe in. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, and from that standpoint, Mike McDaniel has to be held accountable because this is 100% based on his ability and his performance and how he coached, because he has to put Skylar Thompson in the best position to succeed. Period.
And we've already seen him do that once, which is why some of us, like myself, have this expectation, not necessarily prediction, because replication is something that doesn't necessarily happen. It's not like just because he did all right against Buffalo that it'll I get all that, but I'm just saying that, like, given things being equal, you'd like to believe that, things could only have, I mean, when faced in that situation, you know what I mean? Yeah, Mike McDaniel should be able to see us through this, bro.
Right, and that's the thing
about this true test.
Yeah, it's a true test of Mike McDaniel. How you gonna handle this? Because, well, we've seen what happened in the Buffalo game. I don't think Scotty played terrible. I think he made horrible mistakes.
Sure,
but there were still plays to be made.
Sure, he made mistakes I would expect a person in his situation to have made.
A rookie quarterback.
Which is why I would expect the other guys to at least play to their own level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to step up. And so I told Alex and Lewis, right? I'm like, shout out to the Blitz pickup, right? And I told them, I say, I watched Cam Newton break down what he thought big time players was, right? And we're like, if you are considered a great player, I need you to be great when it's deemed the time for you to be great. In other words, in those games where that one play makes the difference because y'all are neck and neck far as talent wise, I need my great players to be great to get us over the hump. And if you go back and you look at that, let's say in a playoff game, you could say how bad Skylar Thompson played. I will agree with you 100 times, but don't fucking tell me that Mike Gesicki didn't miss that seam route. Don't tell me that Jalen Waddle didn't drop two fucking potential touchdowns, one potential touchdown, one first down in a critical moment. And don't tell me.
And I'm with you on that because I'll give one of the three to the defender. The defender made a great play on one of them. You know what I mean?
That's why I said two and not three. Right.
Because
if the defender make a play, cool, you give him that. But there were still two other plays that he could have made. And Tyreek had at least, because one of them was a 50-50 play, but one of them was a clear drop for a first down.
Yeah. One of them was a 16-yard strike. Basket. One of them was a 16-yard strike on 3rd and 15, right in his breadbasket that he dropped. That killed the drive right there.
So you can't tell me
that killed one drive.
If you're great players do not miss those plays. They make those plays. So,
and they make them for Tua as well.
Right. Right. I'm glad you point that out. And it's not just based on, that's why I didn't bring up a quarterback yet. I didn't say, Tua would have had a better game. I didn't say Scotty would have had a better game. Even though we'll talk about the Buffalo game, whoever's at quarterback, they win that game if any of those players make at least
will perform.
one of
Totally
those
agree, bro. I
catches.
totally agree with man. That's been my whole position, Tony.
Yeah.
It's not that I
Right.
think Skyler's this great hero. It's that I don't understand why people label him with the trash can yet. You know what I mean? Like,
too early for it.
And that's the thing. Even if you don't believe in Skyler, because I don't think he played well, but I do think he played well enough to win. But the team around him elevated their play that much to where if the ones that we deem are supposed to be the game changers on his team, the Waddles, the Tyreek, and at that time, remember, whether you want to admit it or not, they fucking franchise Gesicki, and he dropped the key ball.
right. Well, the thing of it is, Tony, you said if they elevate their game, and I agree with that statement, but I'm even talking about just, bro, think about it like this. The two you pointed out from Waddle, the one you pointed out from Gesicki, and we'll say the one in the breadbasket for the first down to Tyreek, right? Those three or four, right? Those four. If those are the Kansas City Chiefs in a playoff game, how many of those are dropped? We're not even talking about elevated play here. We're talking about standard play, bro.
Right. So
from winners, you know what I mean? I should say standard play you get from winners.
Yeah. So maximum one. So let's go to Patrick Mahomes' worst season when he had the most drops, right? At maximum.
Yeah, that was last year. Was his first.
Right. At maximum, you have one drop because Waddle had 3, and Waddle playing with Patrick Mahomes that's not acceptable. So he's going to another player, or he's making sure you catch the next one, right? So cool, take that out. Gesicki, Gesicki will give you that one. And then Tyreek, because we have, like you said, we gave him the 50-50, but he's not going to give you that wide open third down breadbasket. He's going to Kelsey on that in that moment.
Right.
So I would say at maximum he has one drop, and they pull that game off basically just solely on Patrick Mahomes' IQ of the game and the players that he's going to in those positions.
Sure. No, I mean, I get, and I totally get that. I could have, I mean, obviously that's the that rises to the apex, but I could bring up other teams where it's just like, I don't necessarily think it's elevating to have expected at least one of those catches, bro, from Waddle.
Right.
Maybe all 3, definitely elevated because he'd had to overcome the great.
But you got to at least get one of those.
You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah.
Right. But at the same time, I just can't imagine a team that considers themselves a contender with whatever quarterback they have. If you were to take the highlight reel and make a highlight reel out of those plays we're talking about, you'd be like, what the fuck is this team doing for their quarterback?
Right. That's a great question.
I mean, I understand there was other opportunities that a 7th round rookie in a our most fierce rival's house in a playoff game. There are certain plays he could have made, sure. But that doesn't demoralize me for this game 2 years later. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because let's face it, I don't care what anybody says. I'm not buying into this fact that the Seattle Seahawks are anywhere close to what that Buffalo Bills team was.
No, it's not, and it's not. That's just, I mean, well,
that's why the Seattle fans are worried. I wanted to point that out earlier. They look at their performance against struggling with the Patriots, and they're like, oh,
Right, and that. See, that part right there is what had me like, yo, if you just step away from just Florida, the state of Florida. Seattle fans are actually worried because they don't know what to expect from Skyler. We automatically wrote him the fuck off already. So that says a lot about our fan base. How
now looking at
we
the rest of the world out there
you know what I'm saying?
perceives you.
Right. And
Well,
the fucking
There's
thing
another
that's
universe outside of your own.
their fan base is like,
People
well, fuck. We don't know what to expect from Skyler. And there and that shows me the respect that they have for our at least our head coach, Mike McDaniel. It's like, well shit, with a play caller like him, what can he do with a guy that can still plays with a stronger arm? And we never looked at it from that standpoint, including myself.
Well, I mean, I know.
Well, that's some of this. Yeah, that's some of the stuff that we can learn from them as far as looking at it from the big picture.
Well,
30,000 feet.
it's hard, and it's
they
hard
do that?
sometimes because also, Tony, I mean, there's a lot of what. See, I agree with everything you're saying. You know what I mean? And that's why it's like it's hard for somebody like me to say, hey, I can see these traits and these qualities that give us some kind of something to work with to be able to win, given the team we've constructed, if we do believe in that team. Now, I know there's been some wavering on that lately. What is our, and that's to me what this week is about. This week is about Mike McDaniel, and this week is about, can this team make Skyler look bad? Like, and what I mean by that is not by dropping footballs and like that.
Yeah.
No, but I mean by not dropping them and doing all you can. And if we don't get the win because of him, then we can fairly evaluate Skyler and be like, yo, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like if they don't drop the ball and they do whatever they have to do to catch balls and to win.
Yeah, they don't have to catch everything, but when it's so clear as day like it was in that Buffalo game, bro, I you know what I mean, bro? It's like, ugh.
Yeah, so out there just
taste.
so we don't need Scotty looking bad because our players let him down. Basically, is what he's trying to say. No. If you do your job, let's trust that Scotty will do his job, and we can pull it out regardless of what. But the fan
reminds
base
me of the way it reminds me of the way we lost against them the last time we played there. Right out of the gate, drop a touchdown. Kenny Stills, right out of the gate. We end up losing the game by 2 points.
And those are different. Those are the
difference. That's when the Legion of Boom was there and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's what
like, was a quarterback. That's one of those games I don't actually put on Tannehill. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, finally get freaking something out of Tannehill that game, and it's Kenny Stills, you son of a bitch. You know what I mean?
Somehow, some way, he always found his way on the injury list, right?
Yeah, he was somehow, on that list a lot.
It's like I see these Ted Ginn highlights, and I'm like, was I on the toilet during these plays or something, bro? Like, I've never seen him do nothing but drop the ball, man.
Yeah. But yo, it's 12 o'clock where I'm at, so I just want to come up and say y'all boys. Shout out to y'all, man. I hope this fucking insomnia is my
early parking show, spot, man.
I'm always up, no matter if I'm in Miami or if I'm fucking Washington State. I'm up around this time, regardless. But so y'all be easy, man. I'll talk to y'all later, man. Y'all have a good day.
Thanks for coming by, Tony. Be safe out there, bro.
Yo.
Yeah, be safe, man. Be easy, man.
Damn, Tony coming by, rolling
in Seattle,
in, giving us the goods, bro. You believe that shit about them hanging out? Damn, that's some weird. That's some. Hey, I mean, I ain't seen the video, so I have to say allegedly. But damn, man, partying at Friday night, dancing girls and shit.
Rocking and rolling out there. Sleepless in
Good old
Seattle.
hardy American,
I think that's what they're doing.
night off, Friday night,
They call it Sleepless in Seattle. There you go.
Is that where it comes from? Because they're all like, their whole day's over and it's still 8 o'clock?
Yeah, and they can just spend the next 6 hours partying and
Right.
after everything's been completed, they off work. No more football games to watch, and now just go drink. Man,
I hope
that's
Tony
a
don't
hell of
find
an
himself
advantage,
in the
man.
Chaz
3
zone,
hours.
bro,
3 hours and a 3-hour difference, man, makes a difference in the world, man. Imagine Hawaii in Alaska.
If they thought French looked like Emmanuel Ogba, then they'll probably be safe in the Chaz zone.
Yeah.
I don't know how close the Chaz zone is to the stadium. I'm kidding. I think they broke all that up anyway. Anyway, yeah, so that's cool, man. Tony coming in, telling us, giving us the goods up in Seattle, man. We got some inside info, right? Late night on Insomnia, Shake. Shake and Crypto, how do y'all pull that stuff off, man?
What was that? Pull.
Getting the insiders, like people coming in with the goods on Waddle and Ramsey and
the
nightclub. And
that's
all
the
that.
secret sauce to the Insomnia edition. They come in, we get brand new guys that be coming in, and we have somebody with the secret sauce.
Yep.
We got the secret sauce, man.
Everybody's willing to talk of what's going on late night, because late night is like early evening over there. It's Saturday it's not even midnight there yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when you talk about like Los Angeles, them fuckers are just starting to party right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's gonna be my experience in about another 7 weeks. I'll be in Los Angeles, out in Anaheim, SoFi area.
Vegas, they're just starting to party right now too. There's some dude just rolled up to the casino and sat his ass at the freaking slots and was like, "I'm gonna be here for the next 3 hours."
God damn.
Yeah.
Hopefully they win, and then they come donate to the Finn's tailgate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you're in Vegas right now and you're at a casino, play a 7 deuce on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll hate you for it if you scoop the pot. They'll want to meet you at your car and shit, break your legs. Don't ever play a 7 deuce at our tables again.
God damn. But anyway, I'm dozing off on and off here.
You Shake ready to call it, Shake?
Yes,
Shake is out. Shake is out. We'll get you some cane juice and some maybe some storks and some the stork special,
Oh yeah. Carter, thank y'all for hanging out with us.
Thanks again to Tony.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate Tony
Boots
coming by, giving us
Boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Yep. Tell us how the life is out there on the great Northwest, man. Yeah, man.
All right, baby. We'll see you next time.
Yep. Well, fins up, everybody.
Fins up, baby.
We'll have a out there. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait,
when I take my LA trip, I'll be doing an edition. We'll have an Insomnia edition,
Hell
out
yeah.
there. A live edition of Boots on the Ground in Los Angeles, man.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Peace.
Yep.